Jessica Covella. Let's talk about Jessica for a moment. Her favorite smell is lavender because it reminds her of tranquility. By the way, when I was trying to sleep and I hadn't had Xanax, you're back there laughing. But earlier this week, because I really can't sleep, I had lavender in my aromatherapy diffuser. I was like listening to whale noises on my phone. I had taken a warm bath. I had turned off my electronics. That's kind of a lie because really, let's be honest, okay, so I'd been on Twitter, but I tried to tell myself to put it down, but lavender was like a go-to. It didn't work for me, but I'm really glad that it's offered you tranquility is what I'm saying. And also, she's eating blood sausage in Argentina. Yeah, so, here comes Jessica. Please give her a big round of applause.
When I was in the second grade, my mind was completely blown when I learned about the opportunity to take a specialist class studying the Spanish language. I remember the teacher explaining to us that if we learned another language, we would then be able to talk to people from different cultures around the world. I became fascinated with the idea that through this shared language, I would then be able to connect with and learn about new people. Quite frankly, at this age, I thought the whole concept seemed like magic, and I thought to myself, well, shouldn't everyone start studying Spanish, like immediately? There was something inside the 7-year-old version of myself that was innately drawn to the importance of this possibility. Okay, I want to show you how amazingly incredible this potential feels. I want you to think of something that totally lights you up. Something that puts you in your element, makes you feel like you, makes you shine. Could be anything from chocolate all the way to political activism. Okay, you got it? Now I want you to turn to a person around you, next to you, introduce yourself, and tell them what this thing is. Go. Do you feel how that just elevated the positive emotional energy of the room? In 10 seconds, and it's still going, we were able to foster a deeper connection with not only ourselves, but those people around us. I became drawn to continue to learn about and study emotional literacy, beginning with the ability of understanding oneself. Being able to sit quietly and grapple with the complex emotions that we all experience on a daily basis, such as pain and sadness, joy and love. Through this grounding in our own being, we are then able to open up subsequent layers of understanding, and we're able to offer seeing and recognizing the humanness in others, leading to a capability of seeing the world through another's eyes, and a shared experience of connectedness instead of division, of empathy, rather than hate. So with this notion, I decided to travel the world. I moved to Argentina, and I taught English immersion camps in the villages of Jujuy, learning alongside the indigenous people. I then moved to Spain for a year and taught in a bilingual elementary school, learning a new Spanish dialect, and also one day when at a lemon orchard, learning not ever to use the phrase, "Would you like to go pick lemons with me?" As it turns out, that is a highly suggestive set of words in Andalusia. When I got back to the States, I had a monumental realization that our world was undergoing an exciting and very necessary awakening. I grew curious about Dr. Martin Luther King's notion of the beloved community, a society that strives for equality, justice, and most importantly, a love for our fellow human beings. I felt compelled to take more action, and so I started involving my students in dialogue, literature, and experiences that allowed their voices to be heard. I took a group of my second grade students to a modern art museum in downtown Denver, and we studied these large pieces of abstract modern art. When we got back to the classroom, I had the children write poetry interpreting what they had seen in their favorite pieces. One of my native Spanish-speaking students wrote, "This was my favorite piece of painting because I saw the countries of Mexico and America, and they were touching, and they were friends." Are we listening to the voices of our fellow human beings, of our children? Do we hear the words that they are saying, what they want, what they desire? And are we then using that information to take positive right action to actually make our world a better place? In the famous words of recently nominated poet laureate Joy Harjo, she says, "Remember the earth whose skin you are, red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth, we are earth. Remember you are all people, and all people are you. Remember you are this universe, and this universe is you. Remember all is in motion, is growing is you. Remember language comes from this. Remember the dance language is that life is. Remember." Your call to action tomorrow is to challenge yourself to truly listen to the language and the words of another person that you're interacting with, and then to act from your heart space in taking that next step in order to revolutionize our world. Thank you so much for this time together. You can check out my website if you would like to stay in touch or continue to expand in this movement. Thank you so much.
You're right. she plied for me, you guys. Look at you going down the stairs. Shut the front door.